Good Saturday morning. Morning story time. I been telling people that the reason they can't get a job is because they use bots to read your resume. I've been saying it and I've been saying it. No human is looking at your resume. You have to change your resume for each job. You got to make sure you get the qualifications and put them keywords into your resume. Okay? You got to do that when you making your resume. And you got to use AI to do it. So I was on LinkedIn and one lady was like, I have to keep typing up my resumes and all this stuff. I was like, girl, I don't type nothing. You take the qualifications, you put your resumes on PDF. You take your PDF, put it in ChatGPT. Then you take the qualifications, copy and paste it, and tell ChatGPT to this add these qualifications into your resume. Okay, so that means it's picking up all the keywords for their qualifications. And then you get a new PDF. And then you send it. For every job, you do that. Because now they got these bots looking at your keywords on your resume. And the bots will kick it out like 2 and 3 in the morning. You be getting rejection letters. Or if the bots get it and they don't find them keywords, they might hold on to it. That's why you ain't getting nothing, because ain't no human. You can't talk to a human. You're not talking to no human. And this lady made this video, and she's saying exactly what I was saying. Okay? So, one reason I have this playbook for resumes, which I make playbooks that have prompts in it for ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude. I have prompts because it's one prompt that's in my resume playbook that will scan your resume and tell you what's wrong with it and give you a score. So I put my resume in there, even though I know all this stuff and I changed my resume a lot, it was still stuff wrong with my resume. So it actually told me that, what was wrong with my resume, and it actually gave me a score. It said 62 out of 100. So, Lord, my resume was jacked. For to read through this ATS optimization system that they use, which is the bot, right? That reads the resume. So it did it. Then I just asked it to correct it, and it corrected it, and it corrected what I needed to correct. And, and then it had like free certification courses you can take. I didn't know Google had a free certification course for AI, not AI, but automation stuff. But I was like, I didn't know that. And then it gave me like 4 different things I could take for free just so I could put certificates on my resume for these damn bots. Okay. So it's a good prompt, and it's in my book that I sell on my website, aibusinessinabot.com, and it's only $10. All my playbooks are $10, and this one is for the resumes. You'll see it on there. It's the only one for the resumes. So get that playbook, because that prompt that's in there will run through your whole resume and tell you what's wrong with your resume and give you a score, and give you suggestions what you need to change, how you need to word stuff to sound better. I love that prompt, and it's in that book, and it's only $10. So y'all got to go get that. I insert the picture right here so y'all can see it, but I'm gonna let you listen to this lady on this video. This is crazy that you have to go through this. That's why nobody can get no job. And then I just seen another thing where a lady said she went to a job fair and nobody was taking resumes. How do you have a job fair and ain't that the purpose of a job fair, to take people's resumes? Well, nobody was taking resumes at this job fair. It's crazy. And then another lady says she works in HR for this work at home jobs place. And she said she has 600 applications for one job. So you in competition hard out here. So you better fix that resume because the competition is thick. So you need two things. You need to pay attention to what this lady talking about on this video. You need my playbook so you can get that damn prompt to scan your resumes and make sure your resume's okay and fix it. And you need to start taking the qualifications and put them into your resume. Every time you put in for a job, you need to do those 3 things, okay? But anyway, here's the video.
Stanford just released the biggest study ever done on AI hiring tools, and it's uncovering this massive web that's answering the question all of us are asking: why does my resume keep getting rejected for jobs that I am completely qualified for? And I'm going to be honest, this study has changed the way I think about every application I've ever sent. 90% of companies are using AI to screen applicants before a human ever sees them. And the interesting thing is that most of these companies are using the same few vendors to do that work, meaning it's the exact same tool, just used in different companies. And it's probably everywhere that you have been applying. Here's how it actually works. You apply to a job, and then the company sends your resume to a third-party AI tool. And that AI platform gives you a score, and then it sends that score back to the employer. But that score doesn't disappear or get regenerated with every application you send. Sometimes it holds on to that score for 330 days. So when you apply to another company that uses that same platform, you're not getting a fresh start. You're just getting that same score again. And the research is real. They tracked over 4 million applications across 156 employers. And when they found that the people who had applied to multiple companies who were using the same AI tool to screen, the rejection rate was a little too high to be coincidental. So they're calling it systemic rejection. The study is called Algorithmic Monocultures in Hiring, if you want to check it out. But just know that if you've been sending applications out and hearing nothing back, it's probably not your resume. And this is just another reminder that we're not living in some glitch. It's effectively one score for 330 days for every company that you're applying to. And this is why laws like the ones Colorado is passing right now are going to be imperative to the future of job applications and hiring. I'm going to continue to report on this. So follow, like, comment if you want to know more about the systems that are actively working against you in your job search. And feel free to share this with anyone else who's being actively gaslit by AI on a daily basis.